Okay, this is perhaps one of the hardest parts of the lessons on solving linear equations, and that is when the equations have fractions or decimals. So let's see how we can handle that. Solve 1/3 x plus 1/6 equals 2. We've got a couple options here. We could work with the fractions the way they are. We could subtract 1/6 from both sides and multiply by 3. However, if you're doing these by hand, you end up having to get common denominators often, and that can be a little tedious. So how can we handle this to make these a little bit easier? Well, we can clear the fractions by multiplying all the way through by the LCD. So we look at all the denominators. In this case, we have a 3 and a 2. We have a 3 and a 6. And so we're going to multiply through by the LCD. So what number will both 3 and 6 go into evenly? Well, 6. So I can multiply through each term by a 6. So 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2x. So we're going to have 2x plus 6 goes into 6. 1 times 1 is 1 equals 2 times 6 is 12. So we made this a pretty easy equation to solve relative to the one we had up before. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. And I'll get 2x. 12 minus 1 is 11. And then divide through by a 2. And I'll just get x equals 11/2. Okay, pause the video here and see if you can do the first step. I mean, the first step is you're finding the LCD. What's one number that all of our denominators will divide into evenly? So we have 5, 10, and 2. And I'm going to multiply through both sides by that number. So it looks like 10. So each 5 goes into 10, 10 certainly goes into 10, and 2 goes into 10. So if I multiply through both sides by a 10, that will clear my denominators. So 5 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. So I'll have 4x minus 10 goes into 10. So we got 1 equals 1/2 of 10. So 2 goes into 10 5 times. Half of 10 is 5. I'm left with 5x plus 10 goes into 10 1 times 3 is 3. So make sure you see how to do that part. It's fraction arithmetic. There is a lesson within our OER on fraction arithmetic review. You can look up that if you need to. Okay, so now I've chopped it down to size, right? This is an equation that we should be able to solve. So I'll go ahead and subtract 5x from both sides. In the same move, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to both sides. Again, I'm sort of developing a rhythm here where I get my x's to the left side, I get the constant terms to the right side. So 4x minus 5x is a negative x equals, and then these canceled, 3 plus 1 is 4. Now I'm one step away. This is a negative x equals 4, so I'm going to divide through or multiply by negative 1. And so I'm going to get x equals negative 4.